We have continuing coverage tonight on the impact of a local plant closure. As we first told you yesterday, Kraft-Heinz will be leaving the southern tier within the next 12 to 24 months. The Campbell facility is one of 7 manufacturing locations closing in the U.S. Today, WENY's Samantha Potter looks into how this closure could economically affect the southern tier. Samantha?
Renata, 2 other upstate New York plants were spared, but this loss will be felt strongly in Steuben County from the potential loss of jobs and tax revenue.
Wednesday, Kraft-Heinz announced it would be closing the Campbell facility in Steuben County within the next 12 to 24 months. Now, while Kraft-Heinz is leaving the southern tier, the cheese company plans to work with the state and local officials to find a new buyer and save the 393 jobs. But what happens if no one wants to buy the nearly 60-year-old factory?
And, this is going to be a huge loss and impact for those families that work there. All of these families have mortgages and car payments and bills and kids and things like that. And anytime you have this kind of disruption, it does have a ripple effect throughout the entire community.
Executive Director Jamie Johnson of the Steuben County Industrial Development Agency adds not only will the nearly 400 families be negatively affected, but the trickle-down impacts on stores and restaurants will be felt throughout the community. Not to mention the local dairy farmers who provide the milk to the cheese factory. Take John Gates from Burdett. Each month, 3 million pounds of milk gets sent from his farm directly to the Campbell facility.
It concerns me that we may not have a milk market in the southern tier, and the Kraft plant takes in about 60 million pounds of milk on a monthly basis, and without that market, it would really, I just feel, decimate the farmers in the southern tier.
If the plant closes, Gates says he'll still be able to ship his milk, but will make a lot less of a profit because of increased transportation costs. Looking to the future, Johnson says they're working closely with Empire State Development, state and local officials, and the Kraft-Heinz leadership to get a different dairy manufacturer into the plant.
We're not going to sit back idly and wait for a buyer to come to us. We want to be proactive in this approach and start the process now, because we do have a reprieve and we do have some time. But 12 months is not a long time, and we want to make sure that we are doing everything we can with our state partners to identify somebody that can go into that plant.
Kraft-Heinz currently pays $300,000 a year in property taxes, and even if there isn't a buyer, the company will still be responsible for those payments. Johnson told me because of all the media coverage, a handful of parties have come forward and shown interest in the plant. Reporting in the studio, Samantha Potter, WENY News.